When we started the garden school project, the whole area is pretty much a tabula rasa, with this school being the epicenter of the new town. And the design of this project is really responding to the current Chinese reality that our kids nowadays are really detached from the nature and social interactions.
So in Chinese history, Confucius taught his philosophies under these trees. So that was somehow influential for us when we decided to make this school that is like the garden, where the students no longer study as conventionally inside the very rigid classroom, but the teaching also goes out into the nature, under the trees on this campus. Working in the Chinese urban projects, often we have to fight with the limitation of the site and trying to create more meaningful spaces. Therefore, in this specific condition, this kind of push us to try to reinvent, insert an extra layer. So what we did is, when you come in from the street, the topography starts to split up. One part goes up 1 meter, which is quite gentle, you don't quite notice it. Goes up to the lobby, which is the main entry. And then on the other side, when you go left, it goes down about 2 meters to the sports field. And that is how we insert this extra layer. And it's not quite the ground floor, it's not basement. We have to call it floor zero. By create this kind of multiple layer and a multiple perception of ground, create a kind of intricate experience and for the kids, for the faculties. So that's also part of the reason we call this school a garden school, where we're trying to insert the gardens into the school, really at the multiple levels. So for the students and the teachers to kind of walk around the school, you feel like you are kind of walking in the gardens and in many different ways. I think in a way encourage more inventive ways of using spaces. We want to bring nature to the school, to actually not just visually to the school, but also being part of the students' life. And the school have built this farming activity into their curriculum. It's such amazing experience for the students to see how nature grows from the seeds into the weeds, and that got processed and go down to the canteen, to the kitchen, and become their bread. That whole natural cycle, I think would probably be one of the best education for students to so lucky to be in the school. The school is designed and just got approved as the first Chinese green building 3-star, which in the sustainability standards is equivalent to the American LEED Platinum standard. The majority of the strategies is passive solar for natural shading, natural lighting, and ventilation. In addition, by having the lowered level of the sports field, it becomes a natural catch basin for rainwater. Not only that, I'm also right now standing on top of the geothermal. Right now it's invisible, but this piles of geothermal fields provide the cooling and the heating for the very large public spaces in the project. In general, over the last 20 years, and more so in the recent 10 years, China has just built too much. What's the problematic is that this new town was designed too fast as well, not just built too fast, they were designed too fast, with not much thinking about how the space was being used and what kind of space they can create. And as the kind of bubble effects, often these new towns are empty. And I think it's a problem for human psychology as well. Living in the new town with not enough good green space, good social space, will become very problematic urban animals. nature and the public space are the two of the major themes working inside the Open. In a way, it's kind of counter-reaction to what is happening today in China. We're wiping out nature way too fast and very hard to reverse the consequences.